Should high school students be taught life skills?
Okay,
Yes, agree.
Agree with that.
Forbes magazine recently reported many students are graduating without knowing how to boil water, sew a button, or do their own laundry. What? Prompting a debate over whether these life skills should become a part of the curriculum. Yes? And now listen, the audience is like, yes, agree. True team, what do you all think?
Well, one thing we know.
Yes, because I used to take home economics.
I just love it! Yes!
Fun. That's
I
where I
love
learned how to
it.
cook my first meal.
Yes.
Sew a button.
Yes.
You know, and then we also had carpentry and woodwork.
Yeah.
So then you learn how to just do some basic things.
And can I tell you, I also think them eliminating that is why so many kids nowadays, they expect their parents to do everything.
Yes.
And then also I think that that's another reason why kids are also staying at home longer.
Yes.
Well,
I
one thing
do.
we know,
I
those
honestly
kids
do.
that can't boil water don't belong to any of us. Because if they belong to us, they would know how to do all of that. One of the things I think that's so great about this is not just, which I think are important, the cooking and sewing skills, but it's things like how to balance a checkbook.
Yes, how to write a check.
Your taxes.
How to write a check.
You know, how to apply for a loan, how to apply for a credit card, how to know what your credit score is, how to have good credit. There's so many skills that kids need that they don't get taught. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't have parents, that are at home all the time that can teach those skills. So I am all in favor of schools making life skills a very big part of the curriculum.
Yes, agreed. Judge Mary?
I'm all for it as well, but I think a lot of this should fall on the family and the parents, and that the parents should make, during their family time, the concerted effort.
Not all kids have parents, Mary. What about foster kids and kids that aren't in stable family
Well, see, now
homes?
you want to argue extremes. I'm just saying.
Extremes? You know how many kids live in foster care? It's not extreme.
To the general population, it's not a large percent.
No,
What
but
I'm
there are
saying is.
What about those that work?
You know what? If you don't want to hear my opinion, I won't give it.
Oh, well,
I
we
want
listen.
to hear your opinion, Mary. Absolutely, I want to hear it.
Love that look you give me all the time. I'm just saying that the parents should also take a very big concerted effort to teach their children when they're filling out the bill, right? We don't write checks no more. All that is done by the banks. But to teach them skills as well. It shouldn't always fall. I agree with home ec in a classroom, but it also becomes a parent's obligation. Like, here we're going to apply for a mortgage. You need more. Explain this stuff to the kids. Here, let's cook together. Family time. We can boil water together.
Agree.
We're not disagreeing. All I'm saying is that not every parent has the luxury of doing that. Some kids don't have parents. Some parents are working 2 and 3 jobs.
So
and they can't do it.
3% of the kids, that's a very small percentage.
I don't agree with you. I think in a lot of communities,
you don't agree with
there are parents who work 2 and 3 jobs and are not at home. I think fundamentally we agree, but I'm talking about those kids that don't have parents.
Well, if they're not at home, when do they have time for family time?
Well, maybe they're at work. Maybe they're trying to pay the bills and keep a roof over their heads. That's the reality for some American families.
I think that it should be reinforced in multiple domains. We all need repeated exposure to really learn something.
I agree
So
with you on
parents
that.
can teach it,
Parents, if they
schools
have
can
parents,
teach it, and if they have any role models and mentors can teach it. We really just need to make sure that when they graduate high school, because for a lot of people, they don't necessarily go on to formal universities after
Or
that.
even two-year
So we
college.
want to make sure that in high school, they get those skills that when they turn 18, they know how to do their own laundry.
And boil water, and write a check, and balance a checkbook.
Absolutely.
I believe our children are our future.
Yes.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. Okay?